again. We're going to start with a full body stretch this morning. Hello, happy Monday. Reach through your toes, reach through your hands, reach through your ankles and feet. Breathe in. And we'll start with the bridging pose just to get the low back warmed up and get the hamstrings and the glutes. And so just take your time. What is your natural breathing rhythm? Lift up and lower down. Breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And feel each part of your back. And you could play a game where you soften the muscles that you do not need, like in your jaw, your eyes, your neck, but you contract the muscles that you do need. Now we're going to stay up in this next hip lift and lengthen your arms either like a Y or overhead like a T, and just hold this for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on the exhale, lower your spine down. Hug both legs in just for a moment, relax your back. And we're going to take one leg up and one leg down. Now the leg that's up, we're going to draw some circles. At first, your long leg may feel like it's tight on the back, the hamstring. So it's okay if your circles aren't quite so vertical, but eventually the hamstring will wake up, will start to loosen up. Breathe in. Now we're taking 10 each way, so hit the other direction. Get the lymph moving, get that lotion of the joint, the synovial fluid going. Lengthen through your knees. 8, 9. Keep it up there, that same leg, and point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And if you feel like adding on an ab crunch, hold the torso up and stretch. 10, 2, good. 3, wake up, gets it, even higher. 4, 5, feel that back leg, good. And wonderful. Now we work that foot, we work that ankle, lower that leg. Now this leg may be tight at first, so your circle may not be as big, but we're going to shoot for 10 circles. One way, big or bigger as you get warmed up. We are going to be going the other way, circles big. 2, 3. Now we're going to leave that leg up and we're going to point and flex as if you're trying to get the whole foot articulated. And then if you care to add on, you might lift up and hold that stretch, maybe even lift the other leg. Ooh, 10, belly in, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest your head for a minute. Hug your legs in and you might even rock. Lift up the legs and then draw a circle. We're going to take 6 corkscrews. You'll go one way, one circle, and then the other way. So it's a belly in feeling. 3, good. 4, 5, one more, 6, and then we're going to take a happy baby. So we're trying to sneak in some stretches. I know it's cold. It's probably feels cold everywhere. So we're just going to sneak in a little bit more stretching here. Inhale. Let your exhale release any tension in the body. And now we're going to place the feet on an imaginary surface. You're going to lift up your shoulder blades and take an ab crunch. This is a basic crunch. And then if you would like to add on, lift your hips as well. So what you're doing is a double crunch. We're going to do 2 more with our arms long. And if you care to add on, take your hands behind your head and lift. That's a little bit more support for the neck. Now you could do just the upper body. You could do just the lower body, or you could put them both together. 4 more. 3 more. Good. 2 more. Now recover for a moment, and I'm going to say that you could do that move again, your choice, or you just go up a little higher. Listen to your body. So you could do the upper body, you could do the lower body a little, you could do the lower body big, or you could do both together. But if you want the challenge, you can lift up even higher. Your arms are like a frame on the floor. The main thing is you're doing something that's good for your body now. 2 and 1, and then hug it in. Very nice. And we're going to take one set of 30 crisscrosses. So let me show you what that could look like. It could look like one leg up vertical. It could look like legs a little bit out. It could look like this. So you could find what your crisscross look like. And we're doing 30 reps. And we're doing 10 more reps here. And relax for a moment. Hug a little bit. And I'm going to pop up to take a sip. If you would like to pop up and take a sip, grab one and then meet me. And then your hands are behind you. And you're going to be taking a reverse table. Now, reverse table looks like this. You are on your hands. If you need to do something different, you could always do a forearm plank or an inner thigh stretch. Those of you that would like to make it a little harder, you're going to take one leg out, see if that's okay. Put it back, take another leg out, see if that's okay, and then maybe both legs out and hold for 8, 7. Good, either way. 6, or you could, that's it, girl. 5, 4, you did it. 3, 2, exhale, lower. Really good. We're going to pop in a forearm stretch just for a moment. Drop your shoulders. You can sit any way you want. I'm just sitting crisscross. That's it, Catherine. You want to sit out. Breathe in. You got it. Now we're going to do a set of tricep presses back there with our hands behind us. But if you need to do them on the wall, you can. So it's going to look like this. You're going to do 15. You're going to bend your elbows, and then you're going to straighten them. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And you can push the hips up a little extra at the top. 5, so you're in a table at the top. 6, so see if you can keep going. We do need a little stimulus on the wrist and the triceps for sure. So we have some bone density. And then take 5 more. So it won't be easy for us to get fractures. We'll have some bone density. And come on down when you're ready. Good job. One more forearm down stretch. Drop your shoulders. Legs can be any way you want to. Other side. Drop the shoulders. Whew. Let that go, and we're going to grab a sip if you would like, and I'll meet you in a forearm plank. If you don't like, I'll meet you there. And we're going to do a little checking in with how the forearm plank is. So at first, we're just going to set up for a 15 count. Shoulder blades are down the back. Your knees are long. Your belly's pulling up. Good. And another 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, just take a sphinx for a moment and stretch out those abs. If you want, you can go to your hands and stretch out your abs even more with a swan. You can do sphinx or swan. Breathe in, and then let your elbows come back down. Now, you're going to come up a little higher in the hips this time and pull your right knee in, and then pull your left knee in. That's the option. Right knee, left knee. Now there is a springy move, it's called treadmill. If you're interested, let me remove my correct toes. If you're interested, the treadmill move is a shift, and you land on a springy ball of your foot, springy foot. So listen to your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little breather, however you need to. Good. I love it. Nice. Paula, your upper back looks good. And then we're going to do a little forearm plank to dolphin. So you lift your hips. This is the dolphin. And then you're going to come to forearm plank. Lift up and go to forearm plank. lift up and back. You want to feel a calf stretch if you can. And push your hips up and feel a calf stretch. Plank. Up. Plank. Up. 3, 2, and then 1, and we're going to go into Sphinx, or if you care to add on, Swan higher, just what type of abdominal stretch you need. 5, upper back. 4, feeling good. 3, 2, now lower yourself so your arm is your pillow. Lengthen one leg up and then lengthen the other. This is a hip extension, and you're going to feel like your pelvis is stable. Good. If you would like to make this harder, flutter kick your legs so they're both off the ground. And you're flutter kicking them, hamstrings, glutes. 5, 4, 3. And horizontal adduction. Tap your toes. Your knees are still off the ground, but they're long. You might lengthen your knees just a hair, Betty, just a tiny bit, and then try to lift your thighs off the floor, your knees. Yep, feel it. Breathe in. Now rest for a minute your legs. Right arm and left leg come up. Left arm and right leg come up. Right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg. Now your face is hovering above the floor. And if you want to make it harder, all the limbs come off the floor. And then you continue right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Long knees. Breathe in. And then either a restful knee sway, or you can push up into a down dog or a child pose. You choose. And then we're going to go into a forearm or a hand plank. So I'm going to show a hand plank this time. And you remember how we did one knee in and then the other knee in. That may be your pose. Or if you want to try the treadmill here, take 20 treadmills and you can speed it up. So soft landing, you got it. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then take a breath. Nice job. And then we're going to take a little sip. Good job. And we're going to wake up that side forearm. Plank. Good, very good. Elbow down. Come on up. Let me fold this a bit. All right, elbow up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Ooh, she's cold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're going to add a little bonus hand here. Add a little pulse with your hip up. 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. And then slowly lower at the hip. Go to the other side. Now you know the cue is going to be a hold plank and then a little bonus hip lift. So at first, just set everything up. I like to make sure this feels active, your abs. Now, if you care to add on, the hand's going to go at your head. We're going to lift the hip, little 2-inch lift 10 times. 4, 5, 6. Good. And lower. Good job, guys. Go to the other side. All right, now there's an add-on that's possible. You're going to go to your side plank. And if you care to add on, you're going to abduct your leg 5 times. If you don't want anything to do with that, you might just do your arm instead. But it would look like this if you would like to try. 2, 3, 4, or good. 5, lower with care. Woo! It's a little harder than it looks, isn't it? 5 of these. Abduction of your leg, or if you want to hold still, you can, or if you want to do your arm, you can. But something good for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Lower down. Very good. Now a balance. I'm going to move stuff out of the way because I'm going to be showing something soon. So you're going to hold yourself in a little balance. Now, if you can, you clap your hands together and then you reach them to your feet. Please listen to your body, but I'm just going to show something you can do. you roll back and you come up. And if you really want a trick, you go back and you come forward a little. So I'm going to go around the clock. I'm going to a new number each time. Breathe in, and it's like I'm a little clock. I'm going around. Maybe you'll just hold balance. Maybe you'll do a stretch. Maybe you'll try to come full circle, as they say. Full circle. And then come around. How awesome is that? We're going to be having a handful of tricks. I love it. Okay, next, not trick, but next hard move, challenging move is plank. Now remember how we did it earlier. You could do a bent knee if you would like, or if you want a challenge, one leg up, then the other, one leg up, good, and then the other, and try 4 more, or just visualize or hold. Good, you're doing 2 more if you can. I like it, and then lower your hip. Nice job, great. Grab a sip. And we're gonna do 3 rollbacks. And then if you would prefer, like Betty, if you want to do a bridge, you're welcome to, or some type of leg move is just fine. If you would like to take 3 rollbacks, it looks like this, and then you inhale, and then you roll up, and you go over into a stretch. You go back. Good, breathe. 2. And exhale. Now you're going to meet me on the floor. So this time you're going to do a bridge, but it's a longer knee bridge. So Betty, you'll also lengthen your knees. We'll lengthen our knees. Make sure there's a bit of softness, and I'll just go up and down so you can see. You can make this what you want. So make sure it's safe for you. You go up and down. I'm trying to lift my hips a couple inches, and that's a longer bridge. So you feel your hamstrings, but do you feel them a little differently than when you're doing normal bridge? Up and down. Now, the possibility, your most modified move would be bridge. This is a harder move, or if you want to put 2 things together, you put your arms overhead, you lift up in bridge, and then you come up. You come down, lift up your hips, and then you come up. You come down, lift up your hips. So you're doing one of each move, or maybe you just do a crunch with it, or maybe you just do bridges. Good. Now I'm going to add a little bit of explosion or impulse. So up, down, up, down, up, down. One more. Up, down, and then take a right ankle to left thigh stretch. Good. Nice. So it's kind of like you're integrating your body in these moves all together. You're integrating everything. Very good. If your heart rate got up, wonderful news. Now you try to calm it down quickly, which is called recovery heart rate. It's a measure of fitness. So you have this biofeedback loop, kind of like the monks who go out in freezing cold mountains and somehow they're in that meditative trance. So you're consciously slowing your breath, slowing your heart rate, excuse me. So let's do it the other side, ankle to thigh, and getting yourself back to homeostasis as soon as possible, but without that feeling of urgency or stress. Ankle to thigh. Nice job. Awesome. All right. So we're going to be turning on our side, and we're doing a side plank. You can choose whichever side you want because we're going to make it even in the long run. Your option 1 is to just do side plank. Now, if you would like, the top knee comes in 4 times. So it's like you're running on your side. Now we're going to lower that hip, and I'm going to layer it. We're going to do 4 on the other side. So once you're up and you're real steady, your knee runs 4, 3, good, or you're holding 2, knee to the front, and 1. Now you lower your hip, very good. Option 2, so you have side plank, or I'm going to stagger my feet here, guys, and then the bottom knee comes in 4. You can feel that's a little harder. Good, way to go, Polly, and then lower. We're going to do 4 on the other side. Stagger the feet on this to start, and then get up first. Now once you're solid, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower your hip with control. Very good. Grab a sip. You're doing great. You're going to go to your forearms or your hands, you choose. I'm going to go to forearms this time. I just like to show different ways. Now pause, and it's up to you, but if you would like to, lift up your right toes and point them towards the wall behind you, and then put your right toes down. Lift up your left toes and point them behind you. So your leg doesn't even have to lift up that high, but you are on 2 forearms and 1 foot. Now you're on 2 forearms and the other foot. Good. Good. You're doing great without letting the hips drop or lift. Now we're going to take a rewarding Sphinx or a rewarding Swan. Think of it as a counter pose and upper body work in the posture exercise. That one feels so good. Inhale. Now, and some of you already did this, we're going to try to lift the leg up a little higher. Just see what happens. It's a long leg hip extension. You know how we did them on the floor like this, but now we're going to do them in plank. So you just pull your leg up a little higher. Some of you already did that. So you're lifting your right leg up, then your left leg, but you're trying to keep your pelvis down, your hips down in the neutral plank. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. I love it. Sphinx or Swan. Or child's pose. Michelle, that's fine. Breathe in. And then grab a sip. And we'll head back down to the plank. And on this one, it's called shoulder taps. So I will show you here. You know how we do opposite arm, it's called quadruped. You see how stable you are no matter where your hand is? So right hand to left shoulder. So kind of easy, that's your modification. If you would like to make it harder, go to a plank. If you would like to make it harder, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. So I have to shift a little bit, but I'm trying not to be crazily wiggling. Awesome. Good job. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sphinx or Swan. Woo! Happy Monday, guys. Breathe. Open. All right, we're going to mix in some of the stuff that we're more familiar with. Hands beside your hips. Here we go. Up with your toes off the mat if you want a harder variation. And then lower. Now interlace your fingers here at the low back. And then come up. Inhale. Relax. Now if you want to switch your fingers, you can. So if they were one way, you can pull them up again. 10. Relax for a moment, although you may just windshield wipe your knees, so it doesn't have to be a formal child pose, but kind of let go of trying hard at something. This next one is extension, but it's all together, upper body, lower body. So it looks like, in its full form, it looks like this and down. Your legs and your arms come up. Breathe in. And lower. Now, the way to modify is just do what we did earlier and put your hands beside your hips. Good. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift. One more. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna either windshield wipe or you can do it any kind of rest you need, but we're getting ready to do the bow pose. So when you're ready, your hand goes to your foot or your ankle, maybe your other foot or your ankle, go up. Breathe, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lower. Good. I like the way if you only do one foot, you just still bend the other knee. That's going to get it better. Go for the other foot or both feet again. Here we go. 10 and up. Hold. Breathe in. Nice job. And you're welcome to take a child's pose here. I'm going to add the toes under as an option if you would like. Toes under. And then grab a sip. We're going to do a little cat-cow. I'm craving that we might need more for our backs given the chilly temperatures. The first move is the cat-cow. And you really, so you can just scan and observe, how does my back feel? Where does it need a little bit more attention? Where do I need to slow down and give it some more focused attention? If you would like, curl your toes, lift your knees a couple inches. And do the beast. And then if you would still like to add on, put yourself in a down dog. Lift your heels and low back, middle back, upper back. And then tuck the chin. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Lift, low, middle, upper. And upper, middle, lower. And you're enjoying your low back articulation or your whole back articulation no matter where you are. Breathe in. Good. Inhale. And then stay in the down dog once you're there. And we're going to walk our way up to our hands and use your abs, like use your homeostasis to make sure your blood pressure is okay. And I'm going to have you stand, and whenever you're ready, you can do calf raises. So when I see you, I'll know. Yeah, so I see you in a calf raise. Really good. So what I'm trying to do is just make sure all my toes have weight. I throw calf raises in during my day if I'm having to be real static for some reason, just getting some blood flow back up and helping those. It's called the second blood of the second heart of the body, because gravity's pulling everything down, so you want to help blood get up. So just lifting up. Now that's the move, and that's the layered move. That's the modification. If you're interested in adding on some of these other sprinkly moves, so Catherine, you might just do the calves. I'll show you a low one. You know how you jump rope? Notice how I'm trying to land soft. So it could be you do sort of a soft jump. Now you know me, I'm going to be showing you a different move, and it's a higher vertical jump. Up, up. Now you can do 6, but land soft, whatever you're doing. 3, like you're trying to go for a record. 4, 5, 6. All right, everybody's doing good. Let me give you the backup plan. It's 1 calf raise, and we'll do 5 together on each. Notice your heart rate, and then we're going to do 5 on the other. So Catherine, you might continue doing your singles or your doubles if you don't want to even risk your knee. And this one is called star, and it can be soft, right? It could be out a little, or it could be, and I'll show you, I'm checking my space. I go out and in, and I'm coming back in. Out, in. Now listen to your body. Out, in, soft. Out, in. 2 and 1. Nice job. Good job. Take a little breather. You're doing great. We're going to go back to calves. Now, do you feel your heart rate? And do you feel that springy quality that your muscles must have? We're maintaining it. Nice. So we're at a calf raise again. I'm going to give an option, 5 calf raises. 5 calf raises. This is where you can always come back to. Now I'm going to do this very low. 6 right jumps, pogo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the left. 1, 2, 3. Now 5 on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 on the left. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, and 3, and 3, and 2, and 1. 1 and 1. Woo! Okay, this one's a little different. You're going to go out, out, in. Now I want you to imagine there's a square and you have to go out of the square and in it. Now, you could do that up your mat. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Or you could do hopscotch. You guys that remember hopscotch? It's out, in, out, in, out, in. I have to turn around. Out, in, out, in, out, in. 2 more times. Out, in, out, in, out, in. I'm trying to explode a little better. Out, in, out, in, out, in. And then take a breather. Good job. Come on down. You'll be, oh wait, no, don't come down. Come up. I got one more to show you. It's a push-up. But the push-up's going to have a spring. So on the wall, good Polly, or on the counter, you do a push-up. And the option is spring away from the wall. Spring away from the wall. So you're in nothing, your hands aren't even touching anything for a moment. And if it's too easy, get further away. Spring, spring, spring. Push away. I'm walking my feet back further if I feel confident. Push away. Push away. Push away. Either keep doing that or you go to hands and knees. Or you go to hands and knees. I'm going to look at you. Good girl. Look how everybody's figuring out something. Love it. All right. Now when you're ready, meet me back and we'll do push-ups. No spring, just 6 more push-ups. You choose how you do it. The wall, the hands and knees, the hands and knees longer, or the toes. Just do 6, but no spring. Just 6. And then recover when you're ready. Good job, guys. Woo! Okay, meet me in a side-lying, arm holding your head position. So basically your neck shouldn't hurt at all. Now, we're gonna take 6 big circles, just pretty big like a beach ball. Bigger than an acorn squash. Big beach ball. Now 6 the other way, but pull your toes back. Good, 2. All right, now we're gonna get that leg out of the way and do 6 on the bottom, point, soft neck, relaxed jaw. And go backwards for 6. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side and do that. This is 6 leg circles. And you're on your arm, so I'm showing a layer, and you're gonna do pretty big circles here. Point, and feel this waist is helping you. And you're gonna do 6 circles the other way, but flex or dorsiflex. Now we're gonna put that leg out of the way, the bottom leg, try to lift it higher. I know it doesn't go as high. And then flex, reach through all your toes. Okay, because we're on the floor, and I'm going to move my mic, you could do what they call a seal roll. And a seal roll is that you don't touch your hand. We're going to do it no hands, no feet. No hands or feet can touch the floor. So I've got enough room to do 2, maybe 3 rolls. Make sure your space is safe. No hands, no toes. And then go the other way. Let me see if I can get that mic out of the way. Can you do 2 or 3? Good. If you have no hands, no feet, do no elbows. It's harder. 1 more. Good job. And then I want to give you, that's great, so it's a little abdominal, right? I want to give you a possibility. So if Catherine, when I show this one, it doesn't serve your knees, stay down and do the lying. So either way, when you come up, this is very similar but a little bit harder. Can you put your fingers down on the floor or a prop, lift up your top leg and do 6 more circles. You remember how we did them lying down? So Catherine, you might like the lying down. And then you do flexion and go backwards, 6 more circles. Feel how it's a little heavier? Okay, now while you're here, whichever place you're in, point up and flex down for 6. Point up, flex down. Feel your ab helping you. And then we're going to go to the other side. So if you were using a prop, use it. If you're on your arm and your head, do that. Otherwise, try to find 6 points, circles. And we're going to flex and go the other way. Now we do up and down, so you're going to point, flex. Point, flex, point, flex. Nice job, very good, wonderful. And we're going to do another combo move. You did great. On this next one, you choose. You can do, let's do it together. Let's do 5 single bridges together first, so we'll do the layer together. 5, 4, 3, single leg bridge, 2. Now switch that foot. 5 single leg bridges, other foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to deliberately walk my feet out just a little bit further. Now lift up a foot. You can lift up your hips once and then you can come up. You can lift up your hip once and then come up. Now you may just want it, good, Betty, you found a modification. Lift up your hip, come up. We're going to do 5. Lift up your hip, come up. Lift up your hips, come up. Okay, now the other foot's down. We're switching which leg's in the air. We're going to do a single leg bridge. Now we can come up. Those of you that just want to do a crunch, you can. Those of you that just want to do the ab or the hip lift. 2, come down, lift. 3, come down, lift. 4, come down, lift. 5, come down, lift. Hug your legs in. Very nice. Very nice. Really good. All right, we're going to lie on our side and do 10 double leg lifts, exactly 10. And then we're going to possibly go into a banana boat 3 times. So listen to your body. We're doing 10 of these for sure. And then you'll make a decision. Do I want to do 3 more or do I want to do banana boats? You choose. You can come up. 1, I'm going to try not to touch my hands to the floor in the energy of the seal roll. 1 more. Good, and then I'm going to go to the other side and lifting up. So I've got abs on here and I'm double leg lifting. 6, 7, 8. Now, what you can do is a banana boat, or you could just keep on trucking. 2, nice. Your height looks better. Love it. 1 more. And 1. Nice job. Really good. All right, guys, take a sip if you need it. We're gonna do exactly 1 minute plank. You know that you can come out anytime you need to, but it is fun to sprinkling these objectifiable, non-negotiable, meaning you know exactly what your number is, objective number. I'm using a clock on the wall, so you're gonna see my eyes avert, but get ready. In 5 seconds, we're gonna start, so start preparing. 3, 2, now you're gonna come up to plank. I will give you some feedback onto where we are. Your shoulder blades are down the back. Your abs are lifted. Now you're already at 10, and then you're already at 15. So keep pulling your belly in and have strong thoughts. I feel good, I feel strong. I can see I'm getting stronger. I know it's paying off. I like having strong arms and strong legs. I like my abs are strong. So all the thoughts that come to mind are strong. That's already 30. Breathe in, I know I can breathe. Through my nose and out my nose. I can soften my jaw. All right, good. We only have 15 more seconds. Here we go. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and recover. Looking good. Press yourself up. Very good, or whatever you need to do. We're gonna do 1 30-second hold on the one arm and 1 30-second plank on the other arm. So get ready. You're setting yourself up. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, come up. So you're just holding. Now you wanna really feel your belly pull in. That's already 5 seconds. Good, you're strong. You have good thoughts. Your head's against the wall. That's already 10 seconds. Already 15. Already 20. Good job. Hang in there. Yeah. And you know, we're doing this towards the end of class, so you have already been using energy. 3, 2, come down. Very good. We're going to go to the other one. So take a full breath. If you can, you get homeostatic before your next attempt. So in a full breath, in the spirit of that. 3, 2, 1, come up for 30. All right, heads back. You don't have any excess tension anywhere. Everything's feeling good. Your shoulders down the back. Knees feel supported. No odd feelings anywhere. Just strong, very solid, guys. It's like someone's taking your picture. You're going to be on the cover of Pilates magazine, and you want to look really well aligned and happy about your health. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, recover. Nice job. Grab a sip. Good job. We're going to be doing a little bit of mobility here. So the first mobility is swan, thoracic extension, breaststroke. The mobility is the shoulders. So once you're down on your belly, you're going to take, so kind of clear your space, as big of arms as you can. So every time that you come up, your huge circle, you're making a huge circle. As big an arm circle as you can. Your shoulder blades will be gliding on your back. Mm-hmm. 2 more. Nice. Now, on side plank, our mobility is going to be that you take 5 huge circles, as big as you can without pain, on the arm, and then 5 the other way. So think like the arm is going to be hugely behind you. So take 5 and stretch, and like if you can touch the floor, do. And if you can, right here, that's my biggest stretch, do. It's a ball and socket. So if you're visual, think about that. You want to get that humongous circle. Good. Big, big, big behind you. It's a stretch right there. It's a good stretch. And then down. So that's homeostasis in between your repetitions, meaning you try to get your blood pressure, your heart rate back. Here we go. Now this arm is your focus. It's a huge range of motion. Oop, now I just felt I was a little bit tight in my left shoulder right there, or left pec. So you can, oh, I need to spend more time right there. Muscle tight, not joint tight. And then go the other way. 5, big stretch. Touch the floor if your body will let you. Go behind you. 2. Nice job. Breathe in and then come down. I like it. And come on down to the floor. Use your abs. Full body stretch. Fingertips reach. And let both feet on the ground. Now, the feet on the ground, you're going to be curling your spine up into bridge. This is level 1. If you would like to put your fingers underneath your back on the floor and walk your shoulders a little closer, you can. Add that on. So just for a moment, notice how that one feels today. And then if you want to try another variation, you can take the arms up. I think about like a letter Y or like a T, but the palms are facing the sky. I also like to shut my eyes and really feel. Notice if one feels better to you than another. Breathe in. And then begin your transition down. Once you're down, leave your left knee bent, but pick up your right foot. And if you want to add on, cross it once and maybe twice. So it's an eagle wrap. Then you're going to scooch your hips over while you take the knees left, your arms right. I like to put my left hand down on the leg to kind of keep it in place like a paperweight. You should feel like you're getting a shoulder, chest, low back, upper back, hip. Now breathe in, and then come up, realign, cross, once, hook, and if you want to scooch a little and then go over. I gotta move my mic, but you guys keep going. Oh, there you go. So your hand could be on your knee, your left arm could be out. And let's close the eyes if you're wanting to go deeper into that feeling. So as you scan your body, you may be able to release tension somewhere else. Take another inhale. And then come on back up. And we're going to be doing a hamstring stretch. So if you have a Dynaband or Pilates ring and you want to put your foot up, you can. If you have a yoga block or something that you want your sacrum to be on, you can. I want you to just find a way that makes you feel like your hamstrings are getting a stretch, and you don't have to work too hard at it. And you feel like an edge of mild discomfort, but no pain. Yeah, there you go. I like to use a wrap or something like that. That keeps me not having to use my muscles so much. Cross that midline across the hamstring across the midline. And take your leg out a little bit. And then take your other leg up and pour your other leg down to the floor. And now the breath through your nose. Take that leg across the midline. Take that leg out a bit. And then gently come out of there. And I want to show you the hip opener. I'm going to have two ways you can do it. So one is that right ankle to left thigh, reach your hands through. And you can just scan. We touched on this earlier, so you may feel like you're ready for another one, which is to roll over, and then your foot's on the floor, and your knee opens, and your arm's out. If that one isn't good for you today, or it's too confusing, just do it a figure four. That one's always a good one. Ah. Breathe in, and then try the other one. So ankle to thigh is the first move, and you might just decide that's good. You can also sort of fall over, and your right knee opens away from you, your left arm's out. Look that way, but you can close your eyes. Look to the left. And to gently do one of two things. You can line your foam roller and do a quad stretch, or you can line your side and pull your heel back to your booty. So you've got a quad stretch regardless. Awesome. Now that breath is going to be down into your nose to that lower diaphragm. Breathe in. And then let's do the other side. I'm going to turn and face you, but if you want to turn around, just do whatever's easy. Just glad to be here. All right, so your ribs are down. Atta girl. Love it. Oh, nice, everybody. Beautiful. Add the breath, breathing in through your nose, filling up the bottom, the ribs, and the upper part of your lungs, the apex. Now, if you would like to put your feet up on the wall, you can, or maybe you want to put your hips up and then your feet up. She knows when the end of sessions are. She comes like, are you going to take me outside? Come on up, feet up. And then just take a moment to rest in that sense of peace in your body, that sense of accomplishment with physical strength, agility. And then it's like you're bathing all of your cells with this next breath with wellness into all your cells, radiant, vibrant wellness. And then you're coming up to a seated position. And you're sitting up, noticing, I want you to make sure you feel like you're sitting comfortable for you. And just notice how it feels to shine from the inside out. When you've taken care of your body, you're taking care of your mind, you've taken care of your breathing. And you want to just be able to shine so bright in your wellness that anyone in your sphere benefits from it. And then they believe and trust in the fact that they're well and that they're heading towards more wellness. So today I'm going to be such an example of wellness that anyone in my presence can't help but notice that they are also well. Look for the well in others with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.